Hi, this is LEM from One Life to Play. If you're like me, you hate looking at bare walls. So why not stick a fat head on it? No, not your neighbor's dome. I'm talking about a fat head. The best way to make a bold statement on any wall. Get one for your fat head boss. Get one for your fat head brother. Get a fat head for your fat head. You know what? Get a fat head of your fat head. They can do that too. They got all the characters, sports legends, and celebs you can think of. Plus you can order custom fat heads. Click the link below and enter promo code 25FREE at checkout to get 25% off any order. Fathead.com. For real.
Okay, what's going on, folks? BRAZ here, crew of One Life to Play. I'm joined with Luigi Eats Mushrooms in the house and in Studio B, we should say. This might be Studio D, I don't know. Compoise has joined us.
There's so many.
What's going on, guys?
Studio C for Compoise.
Studio C for Compoise. Okay, we can roll with that.
I like that. I like that.
Give each letter. Now, just released earlier this evening, it is Thursday night, we saw a quick trailer for the opening cinematic of this upcoming DLC for Destiny. Now, we're all Destiny players.
Long-awaited DLC, too.
Long-awaited?
Long-awaited, because...
Destiny!
It could have been that long away. Destiny just came out in September. We got DLC in December.
That was funny because to throw you under the bus, you were just playing Call of Duty and poor Destiny was sitting there in the corner. No plays at all.
I got some. I got some playing it. Are you playing some Destiny on Xbox One? Do you have any friends to play with? LEM and I are still on PS4.
Yes.
No, I don't have any friends because everybody that I know, aka BRAZ and LEM, got I don't know, Destiny for the PS4. So yeah, no friends for Compoise, but our viewers should totally add me.
Yeah, so you guys can add any of us on whether it's Xbox One or PS4. We need to build a fire team for this upcoming DLC. The next raid. LEM you haven't even played Vault of Glass yet. Compoise, you haven't done Vault of Glass either. Are you even level 20 yet, Comp?
I'm level 17, so I'm up 4 or 5 levels from where I was.
Okay. He's inching his way there.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to help us build out the One Life to Play fire team, find our gamer tags in the description below and go ahead and add us, send us a friend request, let us know that you're ready to play that DLC, The Dark Below, when it drops. So this opening cinematic, we heard even this voice of this newest character. She said that 6 of them went down.
Right.
That's a fire team, right?
That's a fire team, correct.
That makes sense. Now this seems to be taking place on Mars, are we right?
So it looks like yeah, because it's that hole where they have it, right? No, where is that hole at?
Yeah, I don't know where that hole is at. They said in this last update though, they did open up some playable ares that would be
closed off.
That were closed off. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember where it was that hole? If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's the moon.
Now I remember the hole on. Yeah, that was the moon. Yeah, right. I remember that big hole, that crater.
It's 6 down, right? It's 6 down, and then there's like a platform, and then there's just. It looks like you could jump down.
Right, but
Trust
you can't.
Me,
don't do
it because I already tried it. You die. Okay, but that looks like the opening cinematic scene. Looks like you're going down into there.
So that is it.
By the way,
beneath the surface of the moon, a long-forgotten enemy awakes.
There it is.
Survive the Hellmouth and stop a dark army from invading Earth. So we get to know a little bit more about this dark army, why everyone's so afraid. This is what the Fallen, right? It was Fallen.
Yeah,
it was God.
Right. It was their God. And so now we get to peek into. We've already crossed paths with bosses and certain high-level ranking officials, I guess. Now that we see that it is actually one of their bosses, so
there's a hierarchy.
Now we're stepping our game up. me not being into, not even seeing the glass vault yet, I got goosebumps. I am ready to go.
So that was one of the missions we saw too on the moon, the Sword of Crota.
Correct.
And this is that god. This is Crota. Did I say the sword or the sun? It was the Sword of Crota.
It was the Sword of Crota, yeah.
But Crota is the son of Oryx. So I mean, I don't even know what the other name of the other DLC was, but are we soon going to be seeing even Oryx then at that point too? But we got a good look at what Crota looked like. What do you think, Comp? Are you a little terrified to go below?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, our viewers are gonna have to friend me because I am not going down there without a fire team. I mean, that shit is kind of off the hook. That cinematic trailer kind of took me back a little bit. Not ready to quite rush in there yet.
I'm gonna say don't go down there by yourself. They did say 3 new missions were available.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that's for 20 and up.
Right.
At the very least. But those are probably things that you can do by yourself. It's just more fun with friends. It's friends.
And when they came out with this DLC, I was thinking that they were going to put in, like, they were going to open up the game more. So it's more of the story. Of course, you're going to put in a strike and a raid. But it's more of a story. Now you're focusing, looks like you're focusing more on your raids. And it gives focal point to a certain character. Later on, you can open the game back up.
So what I don't like is they do say, one new cooperative strike. So that gives me an idea. There's 1 strike available, but they do say new missions. Then they don't say how many missions. But I would think I want more strikes. Not more missions.
Now that we get to see this first DLC, this is the first DLC, correct?
Yeah.
Now that we get to see this first DLC come out, it kind of gives you a future look on how they're trying to take this game to 10 years.
True. And
So
a lot of this content is free too. I think the missions are still open up for people who even didn't buy the DLC.
Really?
So yeah, there's a lot of the stuff that does open up in this that for those who didn't buy DLC.
Yeah.
Because they have to add content to this game if they want to prolong that game. And when you talk about prolonging the game, we look at the direction of this opening cinematic. Is this not the darkest thing we've seen
so far?
Even at 17 completes, you have finished the campaign, correct? So, would this not be one of the darkest scenes we have witnessed in Destiny thus far? And can that tell us something about where that game is going to go then?
You know what? I think what they're trying to do, and I think they're really fulfilling on that promise, is making this a next level game. Just kind of how Microsoft and everything incorporated Windows 8 and Windows 8.1 and all of the future updates and things like that they're doing kind of falls over into this gameplay. And I think that's how we're going to see technology move in the future. Is it's not going to be, Assassin's Creed 1 through 17. It's going to be a continuation of the game because in real life, it's a continuous struggle. You don't switch a disc. You don't become a different player. You fight through the struggle with who you are. And I think that's what Destiny is really trying to encapsulate. And I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons that people who weren't early onsetters of Destiny and didn't back it originally are going to take a second look at this game come Christmas time, and especially with this DLC, because there's going to be new things and stuff that we just haven't seen before.
I think that was just well said when he said to take the games to the next generation, that the next step, prolong the games.
If only we can get Call of Duty to get on board with that.
That's going to be one title that's going to be strictly sticking to their guns. You're going to have to buy that game. But that's alright because we have a game like this now. When I'm watching the cinematics for this DLC, it was my first time, my first reaction. Goosebumps as soon as they started talking because I've seen that place. I've seen it in that hole. I literally tried to go down there before the DLC was even open. When you go all the way down and you see those at the end and all those little eyes light up, you know that it's gonna get hectic down there.
Yeah.
You have to go.
So it wasn't falling. It was the Hive. It was the Hive
exactly.
that saw photos of God. Yeah. Okay. So it's the Hive, but yeah, and the Hive with those eyes. Oh man, those guys are creepy.
Yeah.
And
it's a lot of them.
It's a lot. That's what I was trying to get at. It's going to be a lot. You're going to need a team.
I need to
take on the Hive.
We need to build a fire team. This is something that we need to do desperately to go on and take on this. Now, I'm sure they have a whole bunch of other great perks that are coming with this deal.
Yeah, so we got obviously the new 6-player raid, maximum light level raised to 32.
That's great.
New weapons, new armor, new gear. So that's it. That's it in a nutshell. It looks like
What do you give the? What do you rate the DLC? You give it 2 thumbs up.
That's really weird too. Like when we talk about this DLC, The Dark Below, this is DLC that it's got a set date, December 9th, but it's been trickling out for the past 4 or 5 days now. With the 2.0 update, or do they call that a 1.02 update? I can't remember the number of that update.
1.876.
1.5. It's update pi.
1.5. Correct.
No, but I mean, with the new update, the features giving the expanded bounty slots that was originally talked about to be released in the DLC, but now it's not a feature of DLC. It is out now. Another feature is even if you purchase the DLC prior to December 9th, you'll get access to this. And I'm thinking that you still even get access to it even beyond the point of the DLC's release, is you get the new speeder.
Oh, that's good. I've been waiting for a new speeder.
So that thing is awesome.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're adding to this game and putting it under the guise of DLC. Yeah, it's really just updating and giving you more and giving it to you over time to where you can develop yourself, as Compo says, develop that character, develop that legend, and be a part of an entire world instead of just a iteration of a franchise title. And I think that's what's more annoying. Where like, do I want to buy? Yeah, that's the question. Do I want to buy Grand Theft Auto 5, Far Cry 4, Halo Master Chief Collection?
Yeah, but
Assassin's Creed, what is it, 6 at this point?
Yeah,
it's just
but that's something. Like again, touching again what Compo said. That's something that's just being started. And it's looking like it's gonna take over and board over. That's gonna be the way to go. You bring your game out, drop unlimited DLCs until the public is tired of it. Just keep updating and dropping little hits and nuggets. I think Bungie found a good way to drop DLC to keep people buying DLC for a reason. Like I've never seen, like, you can they have these promotions now. You purchase the game, you get this content when the game comes out. I've never seen you buy DLC, you get this content for the game now. So like you buy DLC, you get DLC now, and you get DLC when DLC comes out. Like that. Poor man, you've been on that Xbox. You gotta wait for a while on that DLC.
Give me my DLC when I get my DLC. Like
I demand DLC, waving your fist angrily.
That's it. So any closing remarks you have on this Destiny trailer for The Dark Below? This is cinematic trailer, I should say. The opening cinematic of The Dark Below.
The only thing that I want to leave our viewers with is this. I mean, a lot of people may not exactly see it the way that I did when I explained it earlier. But this is the first time this has been done in consoles. But I mean, if you take a look into World of Warcraft or other games like those, they've been dropping DLC. That's the reason this game, World of Warcraft has lasted as long as it has. It's because it's the same game, you just keep adding different things. And I think that it's going to be a refreshing take when we come to the console generation and that's publicly available. That's one of the things I wasn't really thinking about when I first said it. Was, we have seen this before, it just hasn't been on consoles. And I know, Larry, since you're a World of Warcraft person, I mean, how many different, I haven't actually played WoW, but, how many different new areas and quests and things that they add to keep you hooked. I mean, seriously. Though.
Yeah, so I was just thinking about that with World of Warcraft. It seemed like it was unlimited, but the thing was, it was only because there was a main quest storyline, then there was all these side quests, and if you wanted to get through, if you wanted to level faster, the idea was go through the straight storyline, forget about the side quests, and then once you get to that level, then do all the side quests. I think in that regard, maybe that's what Destiny's missing. It doesn't give that breadth of, I've got all these things to do. So because of that, it just feels like maybe they are stepping in that direction of making an entire game, a world itself, but there's just those small things about it that make you feel like, oh, am I getting really suckered in? Am I going to go down that rabbit hole? But they're drawing my attention again with DLC for DLC.
Yeah.
They're grabbing my attention.
It's for you, so BRAZ is a go with DLC for DLC. I'm excited. CompWiz nailed it right on the head. We're witnessing history right here. Once we start getting into the games and they start coming out with a single with their game and then adding DLC onto it and expanding the world, it's going to become a Far Cry world. It's going to become your Assassin's Creed. Can you imagine that?
I still.
Wait a minute.
But we're already almost there.
No,
I think that's the point. We're almost there. The average amount of money that you spend on a game that we think is $60, the average gamer spends $100 on that game.
Correct.
$100, like $40 additional dollars.
Correct, but I'd rather pay my game and then purchase a DLC than pay my game and then purchase another game and then purchase another game. Why don't you? Because you've played Call of Duty is a great example. You've played Modern Warfare, Black Ops. There were some titles that you liked. Then you would be like, why don't you expand this game?
Let's ask this question. Let's say in this next generation of games, let's say in 2015, the next games that come out, starting Q1 of 2015, all cost $90, but there's no DLC.
I don't like that.
Would you buy the game then?
No.
I don't know. It really depends.
So a game like Destiny, $90. Would you buy that and never and be good with it? Because that is exactly what I did. I spent $90 when Destiny came out just to get the DLC now. And in the long run, it seems that it paid off. I didn't know I was going to get a speeder bike a month before it dropped.
Yeah, and look, so we played CompWiz. We played a strike last night, me and BRAZ here, and of course he got to bring out the speeder, rub it in my face. And he has this new speeder, and he's jumping on the speeder, and he's dancing on the damn speeder. I think I got a video of him.
We're probably playing some right now, actually. So it's pretty fun. It's good to know that, if I invest in that game, even from the get-go, I'm just thinking like this could be the turn. Well, we're talking about, okay, we're going to turn away from all these sequels and we're going to make one complete game, one complete world. Now, are you willing to pay $90 or $100 for games now? Because that's what you're asking there.
Break it down for me. No, don't hit me all at once. I'm going to eventually play it. If I love it, I'm going to play it.
I think sequels drive the price.
Here's what I would have to say about that. I don't have a problem spending $90 for a game right now, but the thing that I need to know is how long that $90 is going to last me.
That's true.
So does that get me DLC for a year? If this is a game like Destiny is supposed to be, where they're going to continually patch updates and give us, new content and stuff, is that like a 1-year subscription? Do I have to pay another $90?
According to where Call of Duty franchise is going, if it's an annualized title and they sell the season pass from day one, even 60 days from day one, they sell you a season pass for $50. That's $110 from day one that you're spending to take an annualized title under your wing. Like, you're saying it from the get-go, and these are successful franchises that are doing that are selling these season passes right then and there. $110 for this game that is they know you will be back next November to buy this exact same title again.
And the same bundle, because you're gonna want your DLC when you with the DLC.
It's getting hard. This has really gotten off topic, though. We love the conversation. So if you guys want to join in the conversation, just go ahead and leave a comment below. If you're on our website, onelifetoplay.com. If you are on YouTube, do 3 things for us. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, then leave us a comment and let us know what you guys think about everything that we talked about. If you're getting Destiny, the Dark Below. I can't help from saying that. I do that on the chat too. I say Destiny. Because I say it so much. Destiny.
I don't know what type of female you're thinking about, but this is Destiny.
So if you're getting Destiny, the Dark Below expansion, let us know if you want to join that fire team. You can find our gamer tags right below. Compoiz, myself, and Luigi Eats Mushrooms on each respective console that we own Destiny on. Until next time. Until next time. I'm going to close this on out and leave you with Game On.
Game on.